Welcome everyone to another episode of T-Shirt Cooking. For today's episode, we will attempt to make a cake and some muffins for under $5. Now I got this for $2, I got this for $2, and I'm hoping the rest of these ingredients comes out to $1 or less, and we will now attempt to assemble it. It says here we need the 3 eggs, which I already have in here, 75 milliliters, which is 1/3 cup of vegetable oil and or seed oil, whatever you want to call it, and 1 cup and or 250 milliliters, not and or by the way, not and or, it's or 1 cup, 250 milliliters of water. And it says here we just need to combine them in a bowl like this with an electric mixer. And when the batter is ready, after being beat vigorously, we will then put some in the muffin tray, and we'll also put in this, I believe this is a 7-inch, maybe 8-inch tray. Then we're gonna see what we get. So we'll put this in the oven as well, and they're gonna have to be put in the oven at different times because it says here that the cupcakes, what's the difference between a muffin and a cupcake? I don't even know. But anyway, it says here that the cupcakes need to be in there for 13 to 18 minutes, which will likely go like 16-ish. And it says that if I were to put in this round of 8 inches, it's 26 to 31 minutes for 2, which I'm assuming we're on the lower end, maybe 26, 27 minutes since we're only putting 1 in there. Oven's already preheated and ready. Let's get started. I read too much. Let's open this up and let's see what we get. We have now mixed the mix, and I also put my nose very close to the mix just to smell what it smells like, and does in fact smell like 650 ingredients that I can't pronounce that put together this Betty Crocker cake mix. So I think we're on the right track. Now it says here for a muffin that we need to put 3 tablespoons of the mix in each muffin cup. So we will now do that. We will now grease the bottom of the 8-inch pan, and it says to grease the bottom, but I feel that once I put the cake mix in it, won't it just fuse and it doesn't really matter? I don't know, whatever. We'll grease it. We'll use this new Pam spray, which by the way, I want to say the last time I bought one of these, it was 99 cents. Today I paid $4.75 for this. It's crazy. Somebody needs to do something about this. I don't know why we're not rioting in the streets. I don't know what's going on. It's getting rough out here. It's probably too much, but anyway. If I didn't have the Pam spray, I would have just put a bit of oil and I would have used my finger and just spread it around instead of a napkin like I usually do. Because it seems here that people seem to have this weird infatuation with street food, and that's what they do. They just use their hands for everything. So why is it that it's okay when someone in Bangladesh or in India is with their dirty hands just touching all the meat and they're like, oh, I want to try the street food. Oh, you should go over here, try the street food. Guys, I've been to a lot of these places, maybe not India or Bangladesh, but I've been to a lot of other places that serve street food. It doesn't taste that good. I mean, it's just regular food, except that, you know, the chicken was sitting in the sun for 12 hours before you ate it. What's the big deal? I don't know what this infatuation with street food is. Stop it. It's overpriced, it's rotted meat. They just burn it on the barbecue so there's less bacteria. You know what? When this video is live, I'll probably be in Malaysia, or I think I might be in Singapore, but there's no street food in Singapore. There's the hawkers, but you know what? I'll film me having quote-unquote street-like food in one of those places. I'll show you guys. It's really, I don't know, you guys hype it up way too much. I don't know what the big deal is with this whole street food thing. You guys just come up with these things and then run with it. Guys, street food is just, it's that, it's street food. It's not better than the conditions of a restaurant. Now, barbecue is different because you're outdoors, you feel the wilderness. That's different. That's different. Barbecue is different. So you can't compare. I went on a random tangent. I don't even know what I was doing here. I really need to start writing scripts for this show. I just go with it. Anyways, what was I doing here? We're gonna put the muffins and the cake, but the cake goes first because the cake takes longer. And then we're gonna come back, we're gonna do a taste test, we're gonna try a muffin, we're gonna try something. And I'm starting to think that we don't have enough frosting for either of these, but we're gonna put the frosting as well. So you know what? Let's just get straight to it. We're now back. It's about 45-50 minutes later. I took them both out of the oven. I put the muffins for an extra 2 minutes than I had originally planned because when I re-looked at the box, I saw that the muffins were supposed to cook at 375 and not 350. Whatever. I turned up the temperature for the last 2 minutes and I left them in there for that extra 2 minutes. And it says for the batter, I had to add a tablespoon of flour. I didn't do any of that. Whatever. This is the muffins, honestly, or sorry, cupcake muffin. I don't know what the difference is. Anyway, so now we have the frosting. We're gonna open this up. I've never used this before, and it seems not very expensive. 340 grams for $2 seems a little too cheap, so we'll see what we get here. And it really is a container of frosting. All right, so I have to stir this 20 or so times. I'm not exactly sure if this will even be enough for all of them. Oh wow, okay, this is very thick. It feels like this is just icing sugar is what this is. Sort of non-powdery icing sugar. So we'll turn it like this. You know what I should have had? I should have had sprinkles or something. And when I say I should have had, I mean I saw them at the store, but I didn't want to spend $3 on sprinkles. That defeats the purpose of the $5 recipe. But cakes like this, you could just customize to however you want. And once more, the long list of ingredients, I can't pronounce any of these words. I mean, palm oil, aren't they killing orangutans or something for palm oil? I said the word killing. Now they're gonna demonetize my video. I mean, aren't they unaliving orangutans for that? Or, I don't know, I once heard some likely false story. Don't look it up, it's probably false. All right, we're gonna stir this. Let's put some on the cake here. How do we apply this? Oh, whoops. There's still a little bit in here, but we'll put this and maybe like that. Was I supposed to put this in the fridge first? I don't know. I found it on the shelf, by the way. This was not in the fridge. This was on the shelf. We're gonna spread it out like this. Like this. We're gonna get the even coating. Okay, this is even worse than how it was. Gonna spread it out. $5, by the way, we made all this, which means $10 you can make double this, which means 15 you make triple. Anyways, you understand, you know, 1 for 5, 2 for 10, 3 for 15. You do the math, you know how it is. All right, we're gonna do like this. And I still have frosting left. I don't know how I'm gonna put frosting on each individual cupcake though. I feel like maybe I should scoop it or then it's gonna stick. You know what, for the taste test, we'll put frosting on one cupcake. We'll move everything here. I have to leave for hockey soon, and here I am eating cupcakes with frosting. Here, we're gonna try one bite. We're gonna put frosting on just one, and we'll try a bite. It's tasty. I mean, it tastes like a version of Dunkaroos, but the no-name brand of Dunkaroos is what it tastes like. The white Dunkaroos with the cream frosting, but the no-name brand. You know, those are the ones that we usually had at my elementary because the Dunkaroo real brand was too expensive, which I didn't care, honestly. When you know, even at a young age, I knew the importance of value, so I didn't mind that at all. Then you had the one kid who tried to flex, who had the Dunkaroos and stuff. Anyways, today he's definitely incapable of flexing any Dunkaroos, so it's maybe karma, but you know, we don't want to wish bad upon these people, but maybe one day if he does decide to better himself, then perhaps he could become a subscriber, because as we all know, the subscribers here, T-shirt cooking, are all super attractive and intelligent and successful. Where was I going with this? This is the $5 recipe. We have some cupcakes here. We have a cake. There's still frosting left. That was it. That's the video. At this time right now, by the time this comes up, I'm probably gonna be maybe in Bangkok. Yeah, I might be in Bangkok or in maybe Malaysia. But anyways, I'll still be reading the comments and all. By the time the next video comes out, I'll probably be somewhere else. But thanks guys for supporting. I'll try to keep bringing content even though nobody really watches this, it's all good. And what else do I have to have? Subscribe, share, like, the whole thing. Anyways, see you guys next time. That was the video.